Welcome back to the Marvel Movie Minutes, a daily podcast which we disassemble a film for the Marvel Cinematic Universe into 1 minute segments and then examine it in obsessive and occasionally hilarious detail. I'm Kyle Olson from the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society podcast.
Hey, and I'm Rob Cabasco. Kyle.
Yes, sir?
Did you know that in the annals of the human language, specifically English, perhaps no word is more versatile than bird?
Really? Let's see how many that goes. So there's the mammal that flies. Are they mammals?
Warm-blooded. They're warm-blooded vertebrates,
right?
Categorized by feathers and toothless beak jaws. Correct.
There is the it's a golf term.
Oh, birdie.
Birdie. Yeah. Oh, yes, birdie. Right. Yeah.
Sure.
You can flip someone the bird.
Oh, a hand gesture, obscene in most circles. Yes, this is correct. Did you also know that in British? Okay, in British circles, bird can also mean jail time. And specifically the phrase is, take the bird. So like someone could say, oh, I'll take the bird instead of saying, I'll go to jail. I thought that was really interesting. Because that has a little bit of weird meaning sort of in this minute. It's kind of an interesting thing. I had not heard that before. Plus, also, too, you know what else bird is?
Charlie Parker?
That's enough of that. Let's talk about the bird and what happens to the bird.
That's right, because the bird's about to have a terrible minute here as we hit 89 of Iron Man 2 from 2010, director Jon Favreau. We pick up where we left off, which is the telephone conversation going on between Justin and Ivan and Irina, even though Irina doesn't really have anything to say about what's going on, which is unfortunate.
Right.
But but she's there, so if you're counting bird watches, there she is again. There she is. That's our girl. So we're continuing the conversation, which is Ivan had just dropped this bombshell. I can make salute. So Justin says, you can make salute? What do you mean make salute? What the hell does that mean, Ivan? This is not what we agreed to, okay? You promised me suits, and then you promised me drones. And so then we see what I was working on. We had seen the arc reactor that he had been working on, like a new version of that. But then we actually pan over and we see he's made an electric snake.
I mean, it's for real.
No, he's working on a new version of his whips. And so in the commentary track, Jon Favreau says, showing you the whip is supposed to then make you go, oh, that's how he's working on the suit, which we're going to see later on. This is supposed to be the thing that lets you know that. But of course, this is a retcon. This is something they did at the end to try and justify the big CG fest we're going to be experiencing.
Now, here's the deal, though. When I saw this, I never got the idea that he was going to have a suit. I just figured...
Me either.
Right, that he's just going to have like super atomic whips, right? Like, okay, and seeing what happened in the earlier segment at the race, this whip is bigger and brighter and looks more dangerous looking, thicker, all the other things you want to say. It's ropey, girthier. It's ropey. Like I mean, I get it. It's more dangerous. Okay, understood. This is good because it makes you understand, and I really do like this in that. Wow, he's got a lot going on. Like this is a multifaceted scheme where not only is it the drones, and you kind of have an idea something's going to happen. But now you see this and you think, oh, wow. And I think it makes for the actual when the reveal of the suit, spoiler, which comes on later on in the movie, I think it makes for a more formidable villain. Maybe.
True. But as we've seen with most of these supervillains, they can't get over their own gimmick.
Yeah, that's true.
Like now you have access to all of Hammer technology. And the best thing you come up with was more whips.
Yeah. Bigger whips.
Bigger whips. Sure.
More powerful whips.
Yeah.
Wow, way too much on the whips. We're whip heavy. We're whip heavy in this.
Well, when a problem comes along, Rob. So Ivan says, hey, man, everything will be okay. And Justin says, this is not what I wanted. And Ivan hangs up on him. So rude.
Yeah.
And, and Justin is incensed by this. He is enraged. He's so mad that he finishes all 18 holes of golf, says goodbye to the senator, maybe grabs a light lunch, goes home, showers, changes into another suit, gets his guys, heads back over to Hammer Industries, and storms in to see Ivan.
You forgot about the plane.
I did forget about the plane.
California.
He gets on the plane.
Gets on a plane?
Flies over.
Jeez, I mean, seriously.
It's like, wow. It's like, he's so, like, hours later, he shows up, like, oh, I totally forgot about that conversation.
9 hours later, and he's still angry.
But in all that time, apparently, Ivan has made his entire suit, tested it out, and it's just like, it's chilling on the, whatever, it's like in one of the back things, because he's like done. He's not working. He's like, he's taking a nap.
It's kind of, what is he doing? Is this where he lives?
I guess so.
So it's Justin and his two sort of security guard looking burly guys.
Yes, the dark haired one is Jon Favreau's stunt double.
Oh, very good.
Yep.
Wait, they're both dark haired. Oh, the one guy more hair.
One guy's a little more silver.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
got it.
So the younger of the two security guards that come with, I believe that is Matt McComb. I know that it is Jon Favreau's stunt double because he says it in the commentary that's the one so he's the one who doubles for Happy in all the action scenes. But I'm reasonably sure that that's who it is, looking through the IMDb list. And then the other guy with him, I believe that's John H. Epstein. He's also a member of the stunt team with quite a really impressive thing. Oh, Matt McComb, I should say, has 79 stunt credits, including stuff like, The Matrix.
Right.
Or I should say Matrix Reloaded, I believe, was actually his one he was in. But still pretty impressive.
Well, and I'm blown away by this because when we were looking at him, Matt McComb is one of the two police officers that confront Roddy Piper in the classic 1988 movie They Live, which I cannot get over. That's totally awesome. And
I believe that's John Epstein on the other side, and he has 225 stunt credits. So he's been around a long time. Oh, he was in Xanadu. Rob, he was a roller skater in Xanadu.
Well, who would have thought? Now they're getting led by Justin Hammer down a hallway at a SpaceX facility.
That's right. Yeah. If this is what that is, I'm not even sure, because this is obviously we're also doing a lot of setting up here, because this hallway will be important later, because they're setting up some locations in Hammer's facility that we will be revisiting later on in an action context as we travel on.
Oh, yeah. Well, because when we first see them, they're coming down. The first shot is down what is the SpaceX facility that we've seen before.
Yes. Yeah. When they're on when they get into the hallway.
And then they transition to a hallway. Right. Yeah. And you can see that's the set. And you're right. We'll see that later on. And then they burst through a door that has a very simple security keep out restricted area. And
it seems to be like that we have found Ivan's crash pad.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, this is where he's living. Like obviously, because he is dead to the world, so they're keeping him there. So they're not even like putting him up in a hotel or anything. Like they're keeping him on site,
right?
In this thing, I mean, it's a better cell, but it's still a cell. He is kept under armed guard here.
No, you get, because you get that this is not a well-traveled part of the facility. There's a lot of things that are shrink wrapped in the hallway.
Yeah,
and there he's got his beads and he's got his Boyd.
Yeah, that's right. Again. So that's the first thing that Justin points out. So as Justin walks in, he says, "Hey, there he is. It's the Birdman." And he says, "Now you like the bird, is that right? Is that your bird? I'm confused. You said it wasn't, but now it looks like you're the best of pals. You love that bird, don't you?" And at this point, Justin is speaking for the audience, because I am also totally confused. Is that his bird?
No.
Because Justin should know, because he either lied about it and got the bird or didn't.
Well, we kind of already figured earlier when he got introduced to the bird, this was a replacement bird. Yes. Ivan's just like, I get it. He's grown to love the bird. It's still a bird that's close enough.
Right. He's a cockatoo fan, so he's a fan of this cockatoo now.
And this is his friend.
Yeah.
No
Irina
judging.
too. So he says, "You know what? Take the bird." And so one of the guards walks over and just grabs the bird. And I would assume that this is probably like the handler of the bird.
Right.
But like he takes that bird. And so when they cut to the next shot and you see the bird being stuffed into the bag, now that's the puppet. Just so you know.
Pretty good, though. I got to tell you.
It's pretty good. The way they cut it is really good. Because, like, he really, like, does go over and picks up the real bird, though. And you see sort of a flutter. I was like, whoa. But then, like, the thing that goes into the bag is not the actual bird. That is where they switch it out.
But I got to say, the way it's done, and it's very subtle. Yeah. But the way...
And the adding in the sound effect, too, I think, really what makes it.
The sound effect makes it, and the way that the person, because it's a torso shot, is handling the bag with the puppet.
Yeah,
they're moving it in a way that makes you think that the item in the bag is what's moving.
Yeah,
and it's subtle, but it totally sells that. You know, I don't know if they can have that disclaimer at the end of the movie in the credits that say no animals were harmed during the production of this film, because that bird looks like it had a bad day. Like it's gonna wake up in the middle of a farm field somewhere. What happened?
Whenever you want to show a character as evil, you have them treat an animal badly.
Yeah,
it makes people hate them instantly.
Now, so you got Justin Hammer, and Sam Rockwell is amazing at this. Even with this just weird, you get this rapid fire sort of like, here's Justin Hammer put in a situation where he wants to show anger and authority against someone that is still intimidating him. So take the bird, which is funny because it is that phrase I mentioned. The British phrase would be, take me to jail, right? That's kind of weird. I'm going to go to jail. You can see that Ivan is kind of like annoyed. And I think he yells out a hey, like, hey, you took the bird, right? But still just sitting there. Mm-hmm. So what's the next thing he takes?
Take his pillows too, both of them.
Which comes off as the dorkiest thing you could say. Right. Like, I'm going to make you uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
No pillows. Like,
right. That'll show him? And then so that would have taken his prayer beads. That would have really got him like, hey. And he says, and his shoes. Take his shoes. Yeah. So they go over and they tell, and we can see even his feet are tattooed.
Right.
As they take him. So and then as Ivan's there, pillowless, shoeless, birdless. Then Justin says, I took your stuff. And that's where the minute comes to an end.
And that's it. Now, okay, a couple things. Is when you said his feet are tattooed, they are tattooed with Russian letters. I couldn't make out what the words were.
Either. Yeah,
and I couldn't find anything that said that. It's just again to show, to illustrate. We've seen almost his entire body. That yes, he is tattooed with a variety of different things. And then, which by the way, also too, I would assume that those are Mickey Rourke's toes.
Yes, I believe so.
They didn't spend a lot. They didn't spend any money getting a pedicure.
No,
he's just
no. Like I don't know if Mickey Rourke enjoys pedicures. I never do that much research, but I assume as part of the character, as he's a rough Russian crime connected scientist.
His feet are au naturel.
Spend a lot of time. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't spend a lot of time keeping his feet all nice and camera ready.
But I did like that, though. I appreciated that. I think that was just for a brief second. You're just like, okay, yeah, you get it, right?
Yeah.
And then, like Justin Hammer being a tough guy.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
That's right. Try and just get a decent night's sleep without your pillows. That'll teach you a lesson.
I'll show you salute.
I'll show you salute.
Oh, man. I don't know what's going to happen next. I hope he gets tougher. Maybe. We'll see.
Right. Well, like he's trying to make him feel bad. So we're gonna get a little lesson in Russian in minute 90. So you don't want to miss that.
Exactly. You know what? Now we've just watched Justin Hammer. He's getting passionate. He's getting riled up. We would hope that people who are listening to this podcast, you're passionate about it. You're riled up, and if you're riled up for good, you know what you should do?
What's that?
Give us a review.
Oh, that's a good idea.
On your podcaster catcher thing of choice.
Right. You can go to Apple, you can go to Spotify, you can go to Pocket Cast, Google Podcasts, whatever, and whatever the ones that I've never mentioned these things because I don't know all the different podcasting ones because podcasting is awesome and there's lots of places to catch them. But wherever you go to get yours, put a little review in there. It'll let us know that you're listening and also help the people who might be fans of the show to find it. And so we're all part of the community, so let's grow together. In the meantime, while you're waiting, make sure you come back here for minute 90. We're going to get into some foreign languages, and we're also going to find out how the hammer tantrum plays out. You don't want to miss that. Enough said.
Bye.